In order to start with the design of our first web page, we need to prepare the necessary elements for this exercise. For that reason, we need to start creating a new folder with the name, in uppercase letter by the way, my first web page and your name on it, as I'm doing right now. Afterwards, I'm going to organize the folder. Okay, give me a second. And we proceed to open this new folder, and we are going to create a new one with the name images. Okay? Because today the main objective, don't forget it, is to design the About Us web page. We need 3 different images. In my case, I decided to use 3 of my avatar designs, which I'm going to copy in this new folder. Number 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to decide these 3. Once everything is ready, we're ready to move on to the next stage. I'm going to check the result, and that's it. So let's go to the next stage. Before starting with the design of the About Us webpage, it is important to show you guys the elements of the new software we are going to use. So I'm going to double click on the Dreamweaver icon. Wait a second while the loading bar ends. Okay, that's it. And welcome Dreamweaver. The first screen shows us 3 different columns. The left column shows us the recent files made with application. On the other hand, the right column led us to use samples or templates just in case we have to. And finally, the middle column has different options for start creating a web page. HTML, the basic one, PHP, CSS, JavaScript, among others. So for this course, we are going to stay focused on the HTML option. So let's go. Once we click on the HTML option, the big white rectangle on our screen is the work area, the place where all the magic and creativity explode. If we zoom a little bit, we will find above the work area the view panel. The view panel has 3 different views. The view design, the default option, as we can see. The code view, I'm going to click on it, give me a second, okay. The code view is for those web developers who want to start coding new web pages. And finally, the split view, where we can see both views, design and code at the same time. In the upper section of Dreamweaver's user's interface, we find the title bar and the menus. Every menu has its special features and options. For example, the menu file contains options like save, save as, import or export. Edit contains the standard options like undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, select all, and the preferences of the software. If we click on view, we can zoom in our web page, zoom out, or we can activate or deactivate some elements of our screen. Insert led us to obviously insert image objects like rollover images, tables, forms, hyperlinks, anchors, and so on. Modify lets you transform some page properties or some table attributes. With text menu, we can customize the font, we can customize the size, the style, and even the heading. Command, side, window, and help, the last menus, are the secondary ones, and we are going to work with those menus later. Next, we are going to use, or we are going to explain, the insert bar. The insert bar is the same, has the same options as the insert menu, but with icons you can access in an easy way to the every element we need for every standard web page. As I can show you in this moment with the mouse, we can navigate across dates, multimedia, images, hyperlinks, and so on. I'm going back to the design view, and also next to the view panel, we can see the title box where we can set up the title of our page, and that kind of earth icon where we can preview the files or the web page we create in Dreamweaver. We can select the default browser and everything, and also we can check our page in order to check some compatibility with the browsers on our machine. The right side of our screen has the panel groups. Panel groups are the secondary tools that we are going to use depending on the topic or the tool we are going to use. We have CSS styles, application, tag inspector in order to create effects on galleries, and the files option. But the most important thing is the lower side of our screen, because this is the properties inspector. This big rectangle contains the most common customization tools in order to modify text, images, and multimedia. These are the elements of Adobe Dreamweaver's user's interface. It's time to move on to the next stage. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's start with About Us web page creation. First of all, in the Properties Inspector, we are going to click on Page Properties. The next window shows us several options that we can customize depending of our needs. The Appearance category let us decide what kind of font we are going to use for our web page or our website. We have the default fonts, but if we need a new font, we can click on Edit Font List option. We can see the available fonts on our computer. For this example, I'm going to use this font, and I'm going to select as a secondary one the Arial Narrow font. So once I decide the kind of fonts are we going to use, I can click on the new one, on the new group of fonts. But in this case, I'm going to decide, besides Angelica Rose and Arial Narrow, I'm going to pick a Cadillac font type. The same way, you can customize the size. For this exercise, I prefer to use an 18 size, but instead of numbers, you can decide standard measurements like extra small, small, medium, large, and so on. The text color for this activity, I'm going to decide to pick the white color, and as you guys can see, Dreamweaver automatically sets up the HTML color code. Same thing goes for the background color. You have two options. You decide if you want to use a background color or you want to use a background image. For this example, because this is the first web page we're going to create, we are going to decide to use color. In the links category, you can do the same thing. You can select a group of fonts. For the links, I'm going to use the Angelica Rose, and I'm going to set up the 16 size as a standard. You have 4 different color options, because when you interact with a hyperlink, you can decide the standard color, some rollover color. I mean, when you put the pointer over the word or over the picture and automatically set up another color, when I visit the link, I can pick another color. And finally, if the link is active or deactivated. Okay, for this exercise, the page properties are done. I'm going to click on apply. I'm going to click on OK. And now you can see that automatically the color is already set up. Okay, the next step is to establish the title for my web page. Because I'm going to create with you guys the About Us web page. This is the title of our page. Okay. The main idea of this exercise is that you write a short text of a short paragraph telling me about you. So if we check, all the options are done. I'm going to start with the first title. The title will be About Us. I'm going to pick another color. I'm going to pick a yellow one. This one looks nice. And I'm going to edit the size of my title again. As you guys can see, I'm trying to make some contrast between the background color and the font color. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to insert an image element. So if I zoom in to the menus, you can insert an image by clicking on Insert menu and clicking on the word image. Or you can click on the frame with the tree icon in order to open the Select Image source. Remember, in the previous stages, I already set up everything. So the only thing I need to do is select the image that I want. This is a standard warning. It's okay. And our recommendation is always set up an alternate text. I'm going to select Ava 1 and that's it. Here's my image on the screen. And now check this out. If I highlight the text, you will see that the Properties Inspector shows the text options. But if I click on the image, the Properties Inspector modifies the options that I can interact or use. For example, if I enlarge the image, you will see that the width and height options, in pixels by the way, changes. You can select if you want to establish a hyperlink. You can set up the alignment in the middle or in the center, in the right side or in the left side. We are going to use the left side option. Okay, now my image is already prepared, so I'm going to start with the first paragraph. So I'm going to use a smaller font size and I'm going to use again the white color, the standard color that we decided in the page properties section. And I'm going to type some information about me. As you guys know, I have 3 names, and if you don't know it, now you know it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, now knowledge, and the first paragraph is complete. For this exercise, I'm going to ask you guys to create 3 different paragraphs telling me about you. Remember, so if we need to organize this paragraph, we can align the paragraph to the left or the right side as I'm doing in this moment. So that's just only for some web page aesthetic, if you want to, or you prefer to call it in that way. Okay, I guess the first paragraph is complete, and we are going to repeat the same instruction twice. Now I'm going to decide to use this image. Don't forget to set up the alternate text always. Okay, my thinking avatar is on the screen now, and using this Word file with 3 paragraphs previously created, I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, I'm going to set up the text as you guys can see, and I'm going to organize the text on the left side on my image. So I need one more image. So again, click on the picture, click on the image icon, set up the alternate text. We can do this in a mechanical way, you know? So the last paragraph, if you want to read after the exercise my short biography, go ahead. I'm going to leave the web page in the description. But basically, this first Dreamweaver exercise is an easy one. Okay, let's check. I think everything is already done and prepared. Look, I'm single, no kids. My favorite dessert is called tiramisu. My favorite color is the purple. But now I'm ready to check the page. But first, I'm going to click on Save As. And remember, we created a folder previously. So inside that folder, I'm going to label my new web page, my first web page, with the name About Us. I'm going to click on Save. And now it's time to test. Click on the Earth icon or the globe icon. Preview in my computer, the default browser is Firefox. Okay, I'm going to click and I'm going to Firefox and voila. Now I have a web page with 3 different images and 3 different paragraphs. So with just a few clicks, you can create elements like this. In order to complete this exercise, I'm going to show you quickly how to insert a hyperlink. So I'm going to establish the Arial font again, and I'm going to type, okay, sorry about that. I need to set up the font again. I want to know more. Okay, you want to know more about me? Just simply just click on the link, or just visit, or please visit. Okay, please visit this link. If you want to set up a hyperlink, the first thing you need to do is highlight the element, in this case the word link, and I'm going to my browser, and this is my YouTube channel. So I'm going to copy the URL address, and I'm going to paste in the box link on the properties inspector, like this. If you hit enter, you will see that the colors we previously decided in the page properties option appear. So, want to know more? Please visit this link. This is red. This is done. I'm going to save again. I'm going back to click on a preview, or because I have the page already open on my browser, I'm going to refresh, and okay, I need one more space. I need another break line. But if I click here, the link is working now. But I need to make some adjustments. So I'm going to click again on the word link, and I'm going to set up the target I'm going to highlight first, and I'm going to set up the target on blank in order to open the link on a new tab. I'm going to hit enter once more in order to make another break link, as I told you. Save, okay, preview, and let's see. Everything is ready. Want to know more? Please visit this link. And as you guys can see, a new tab opens. That is my recommendation every time you need to go or navigate in your websites. I think everything is done. Is the first Dreamweaver exercise. I hope you guys enjoy it. And look, oh my God, look all this code. Everything we did on design view automatically establishes a code for the web page. And as you guys can see, work in the design view, it's better to work on coding view. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next episode.